Hello everyone, welcome back. Today's practice will be on the wall, so let's position our mat accordingly, grabbing any extra props if we'd like something underneath the hips, a small pillow, a blanket, or even a rolled up portion of the mat can feel nice. Especially if this isn't something we do very often, let's find some padding for the hips. You can pause the video if you need to get this set up, and then once you have it, let's bring one hip over to the wall. We're facing away from the mat, and then we just roll ourselves to the opposite side. Let the back come down, let the hips find the padding, let the legs ascend, and then start to settle in, begin to arrive. Coming into this inverted pose, beginning to root down through the hips, allowing them to come closer to the ground. Letting the knees of the legs bend gently if they need. And rooting down through other major joints, the shoulders. And also allowing the back of the skull to root down, nice and heavy in the head. Allowing the arms to relax. Beginning to go soft in the hands and the feet. Giving ourselves a chance to arrive here. You can take some conscious breaths in through the nose, feeling the low belly rise. And notice it fall again as the air leaves on the exhale. Feeling a nice wide, flat back on the floor. And just continuing right now and throughout the rest of the practice to allow the body to be heavy. Have the option for movement here if we'd like. We can allow the legs to go wide. And wide is a relative term. Wider than they are now is our option. Otherwise, we just leave them where they are, nice and long up the wall. Making any small adjustments in the neck or the shoulders. We have a great benefit here of lymphatic drainage. Certainly not the only one, but a popular one. We have clusters of lymph nodes around the hips. And we have muscles, of course, that are pumping, working all of the time to bring lymph and blood from the low body up. So in this position, everything can just flow down naturally. The lymph can find the nodes. The blood can work its way to the heart a little easier. And all we have to do is stay. If you're finding more space here, you can take the legs a little wider. Stay heavy in the shoulders, stay heavy in the head. Bring softness to the jaw. If we have the legs wide, we can bring hands to the outer thighs. We can use the arms to help us bring the legs back together. Giving ourselves another round of breath here. And then very soon we'll begin to transition. Bringing the bottoms of the feet together on the wall still, and just allowing the heels to slide down toward the groins. May only be the pinky edges of the feet that are on the wall here. That's perfectly fine if the feet would like to open up. Sometimes it can feel nice to imagine that the open feet are a book, and we can read from the pages. See what you can learn here. Shoulders and head still heavy on the floor. But if you'd like a little more in the inner thighs, we can bring the hands to the tops of the thighs. Gently guide the knees towards the wall. Arms are long, a little activation here. Take a few rounds of breath deep in through the nose. and long out through the nose. You can relax the arms, bring them back down to the floor, and you can alternate between an active pose where we're guiding the knees away and the arms are long, and a more passive pose where the legs are still over the heart, and the arms are on the floor, maybe even on the belly or the chest. Still breathing here, in and out through the nose, that nice controllable channel that we have for the breath. The hips are still heavy, the shoulders are still heavy, and the head is still heavy. Option for movement here again, we can bring the hands to the outsides of the thighs, use the arms to draw the knees closer to one another, bring the feet onto the wall, and just wrap the arms around the shins, drawing the thighs closer to the upper body, still flat on the back here, option to roll out the ankles, maybe even rocking side to side. We're doing our best to stay calm and heavy. Eventually we can place the feet back on the wall. Give yourself a round of breath. Let the arms fall out wide into a T position. The legs will just fall over to the left, doing our best to keep the right knee on top of the left. Taking our gaze over to the right. Bringing ourselves into this nice reclined spinal twist. We breathe here as deep into the belly as we can, in through the nose, and out through the nose. An option to bring that left hand on top of the right thigh. We're not pulling the leg down, we're just giving the hand a place to rest and also adding a little bit of natural weight. Give yourself another round of breath here. After that round, we draw the legs back in through midline, and then they immediately fall over to the right this time. Left knee stacks on top of the right. You may even want to stack the ankles and the feet on top of one another here. The arms are still out wide and the gaze goes over to the left. We'll take this reclined spinal twist on the second side. Doing our best to allow the back of the body to open on the rotation. We don't want any pain here, but it is okay if we find discomfort. Allow ourselves to breathe into it. Allow the body to open from the inside out as we take nice, deep, manageable inhales here, followed by long, calming exhales, becoming heavy in the body again. On our next breath, we'll draw the knees back up through midline. We'll wrap the arms around the shins one more time, coming into this reclined version of a child's pose, Supta Balasana. Give yourself a full round of breath. Option to bring the hands to the forehead, sliding them down to the nose, the lips, finding them at heart center. Taking one more inhale, exhaling to bow to yourself and your practice. Namaste.